My child, stop. Stop everything you are doing right now and listen to me. I need your ears. I need your heart. I need your full attention, not half of it. Not a distracted glance while your mind wanders somewhere else. I need all of you, right here, right now, for the next few minutes. Because what I'm about to tell you is something I have been waiting to say to you for a very, very long time. This is not a coincidence. You did not stumble upon this by accident. Out of millions of voices calling for your attention today, out of thousands of things competing for your time, I made sure this one reached you. I placed it in your path. I guided your hands. I directed your steps. And I did it because this moment was written into your story long before you ever pressed play. Do not skip this. I am serious. Do not let the enemy distract you. Do not let your mind convince you that this is not for you. It is for you. Every single word I am about to speak was crafted with your name in mind, designed for the exact season you are walking through, and timed to reach you at this precise moment in your life. Before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Before you took your first breath, I had already called you by name. Before the world ever had a chance to tell you who you are, I had already decided. And what I decided was this: you are mine. You have always been mine, and nothing in all of creation can change that. So settle in, breathe deeply, let the noise of this world fade away. Right now, it is just you and me. And what I have to say will reach places inside you that nothing else has been able to touch. My beloved child, before I tell you what is coming, I need you to hear what I already know. Because you have been carrying things in silence. You have been holding pain behind closed doors, wearing a brave face in front of the world while quietly falling apart on the inside. And you have done it for so long that you have started to believe that no one sees, that no one notices, that no one cares. But I see. I have always seen. I see you in the morning when the alarm goes off and the weight of another day presses down on your chest before your feet even touch the floor. I see the heaviness in your eyes that you try to blink away before anyone notices. I see you reaching for your phone, scrolling through other people's lives, wondering why everyone else seems to have it figured out while you feel stuck in the same place you have been for years. I know that feeling, and I need you to hear me when I say what you see on the surface of other people's lives is not the full story, but what I see inside your heart. That is the truth I care about. And that truth tells me you are exhausted. I know about the nights, the long, sleepless nights when your mind refuses to quiet down, when thoughts circle like vultures, picking apart every mistake you have ever made. Every word you wish you could take back, every opportunity you feel you wasted. You lie there in the darkness, staring at the ceiling, and a voice inside whispers, you are falling behind. You are not enough. You will never catch up. I heard those whispers, and I need you to know they are lies, every single one of them. I saw the night you cried so hard, you had to bury your face in the pillow, so no one in the next room would hear. You thought no one knew. You thought that moment of breaking was invisible, hidden in the darkness where no one could see. But I was there. I was right there beside you. I caught every tear before it hit the fabric, and each one mattered to me more than you will ever understand. I know about the relationship that broke you, the one you poured yourself into completely, your time, your love, your trust, your vulnerability, only to have it thrown back in your face like it meant nothing. You opened your heart, and someone walked in, looked around, and decided it was not worth staying for. And that rejection did something to you that goes deeper than sadness. It made you question your worth. It made you build walls. It made you afraid that if you ever let anyone close again, they will do the same thing. I saw all of it, And I need you to hear this. Their leaving was not a reflection of your value. It was a reflection of their inability to recognize what I placed inside you. What they walked away from, I will never walk away from. What they could not see, I have always seen. And what they did not treasure, I have held precious since before time began. I know about the dream you buried, the one that used to make your eyes light up when you talked about it. The vision you once had for your life, the calling, the purpose, the future you believed was waiting for you. And then life happened. Doors slammed, people discouraged you, circumstances shifted, and one day, without even realizing it, you folded that dream up, put it in a box, and pushed it to the back of your mind. You told yourself it was childish. You told yourself to be realistic. You told yourself to stop hoping for something that was never going to happen. But my child, I need you to hear this truth. I am the one who placed that dream inside you. It was not random. It was not childish. It was a seed I planted in the soil of your heart. And the fact that the world tried to bury it does not mean it is dead. Seeds are meant to be buried. That is how they grow. I know about the prayer you stopped praying, the one you used to whisper every night with so much faith, so much expectation, so much belief that I would answer. And then days became weeks, weeks became months, months became years, and the answer never seemed to come. So you stopped asking, not because you stopped believing in me, but because you were afraid that one more silence would break the last thread of faith you had left. I heard every one of those prayers, every single one, and my silence was not absence. Let me say that again, so it reaches the deepest part of you. My silence was not absence. It was alignment. I was not ignoring you. I was preparing something so far beyond what you asked for that you would not have been ready to receive it when you first prayed. The delay was not denial. The waiting was not punishment. The silence was the sound of me working in places you could not see, rearranging things you did not know needed to be moved. I see the battle in your mind that you fight every single day, the war between hope and despair that no one else knows about. Some mornings you wake up and feel a flicker of something that might be faith, a small, fragile belief that maybe today will be different. And then, by afternoon, the weight returns. The doubt creeps back. The darkness whispers that nothing will ever change, that you are destined to stay exactly where you are forever. I know that battle, and I want you to know something. The very fact that you are still fighting it means you have not lost. You are still here. You are still breathing. You are still listening to my voice right now. And that is not weakness. That is warrior-level strength that most people will never understand. I know you have compared yourself to others and felt like you came up short. You looked at their success and wondered what they had that you did not. You looked at their happiness and wondered why joy seems to come so easily to them, while you have to fight for every small moment of peace. You looked at their families, their careers, their lives, and you felt a quiet ache that told you somehow, somewhere along the way, you missed your turn. You did not miss your turn. Your turn is coming. And when it arrives, it will not look like anyone else's. Because I did not design you to live anyone else's story. I designed you to live yours. And yours is still being written. I know about the words that wounded you, the careless things people said that cut deeper than any blade. Words from a parent who should have encouraged you, but instead made you feel small. Words from a friend who used your secrets against you. Words from a stranger that somehow confirmed every lie you already believed about yourself. Those words landed in your heart and built a home there. They furnished rooms inside you with shame and self-doubt, and you have been living in those rooms ever since. But my child, Their words do not define you. Their opinions are not your identity. What someone spoke over you in a moment of cruelty does not carry more weight than what I spoke over you before the foundations of the earth were laid. I called you worthy. I called you valuable. I called you chosen. And my voice outranks every voice that has ever tried to diminish you. I saw the day you almost gave up completely. The day when the darkness felt so heavy, so suffocating, that you wondered if there was any point in continuing. You stood at the edge of your own surrender and looked into an emptiness that terrified you. And you did not know you could not have known that I was the one who held you back. I sent a thought, a memory, a song, a person, something small enough that you barely noticed it, but powerful enough to anchor you to one more day. I saved your life that day, and I would do it again, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, because you are worth saving. I know the guilt you carry, the things you have done that you have never told anyone, the choices that haunt you in quiet moments, the mistakes that play on repeat in your mind like a broken record. You have judged yourself more harshly than any court of law ever could. You have sentenced yourself to a punishment that I never assigned. And you have served that sentence faithfully, year after year, believing that you deserve the weight of it. But hear me now, your guilt has been paid for, not by you, by me. The debt you think you owe was settled at a price you could never afford, and I paid it willingly, gladly, with joy, because that is what love does. It does not keep a record of wrongs. It does not hold your past over your head. It sets you free. And today, right now, I am telling you, you are free. Stop punishing yourself for sins I have already forgiven. Stop carrying chains I have already broken. The prison door is open. Walk out. If these words are reaching a place inside you that has been untouched for a long time, comment, "Father, you see me. Let me know you are here. Let me know you are listening. Let your faith be heard." My child, now that you know what I see, let me tell you what it all means. Because you have been looking at your life through broken glass, seeing fragments and sharp edges where I see a masterpiece still being assembled. You thought your pain was pointless. You thought the suffering was a sign that I had abandoned you, that I had turned my face away, that I had chosen everyone else but somehow skipped over you. And that lie, that devastating, soul-crushing lie, has been sitting in your chest like a stone, making it hard to breathe, hard to believe, hard to hope. But here is the truth I chose to reveal to you today, right now, in this moment. I chose you before you were born, not after you proved yourself, not after you earned it, not after you got your life together, or cleaned up your past, or became the person you think I want you to be. Before any of it, before your first cry, before your first mistake, before your first heartbreak, before the world ever had a chance to mark you, I had already called you mine. I chose you knowing every mistake you would make. I chose you knowing every failure, every fall, every moment of weakness, every shameful thought, every secret you have never told anyone. I knew all of it before you were born, and I chose you anyway, not despite who you are, because of who I designed you to be. Your pain was never punishment. It was preparation. Every tear you cried was watering seeds you did not know I planted. Every sleepless night was building a strength inside you that comfort could never create. Every closed door was not rejection. It was redirection. I was steering you away from paths that would have destroyed what I am building in your life. The fire you walked through was not sent to burn you. It was sent to refine you. Gold does not become pure in comfort. It becomes pure in the furnace. And you, my child, are emerging from that fire more radiant, more resilient, more beautiful than you have ever been. Where you see failure, I see foundation. Where you see endings, I see doorways. Where you see a life that has gone wrong, I see a story that is right on schedule. My schedule, not the world's, not yours, mine. And my timing has never been wrong. Look at the butterfly. Before it flies, it is wrapped in darkness, sealed in a cocoon that feels like death. If you could ask the caterpillar what was happening, it would say, "I am being destroyed." But what was really happening was transformation. The darkness was not destruction. It was the birthplace of wings. And that is exactly what your season of darkness has been. You have not been dying, my child. You have been growing wings, and the time to fly is almost here. I want you to understand something that will change how you see everything. I do not waste anything. Not one tear, not one failure, not one sleepless night, not one heartbreak. I collect every piece of your pain, and I use it as raw material for your miracle. The compost of your suffering is feeding the roots of a harvest so abundant that when it breaks through the surface of your life, it will feed not just you, but everyone around you. Do not skip ahead. Do not leave now. What I'm about to declare over your life is the very thing your spirit has been starving for. Stay with me, my beloved, because I chose you, because that choice was made before the foundation of the world and sealed with a love that cannot be broken. I am now releasing what I have been holding for you. Not someday, not in some distant, theoretical future. Now. The shift has already begun. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but in the spiritual realm, things are moving that have been still for years. I am opening doors that no human hand can shut. Doors you knocked on until your knuckles bled, and then walked away from believing they were sealed forever. I am turning the handle from the other side, and when they swing open, you will walk through into a place so new, so full of possibility, that you will hardly recognize your own life. I am releasing provision where there has been lack. The financial worry that has stolen your sleep, the bills that have piled up, the feeling of never having enough no matter how hard you work, I am addressing it. Not with a trickle that barely keeps you surviving, with a flood that carries you into thriving. I am a God of overflow, and when I provide for my children, I do not calculate the minimum. I pour out until there is no more room to contain it. I am healing what medicine could not reach. The chronic pain that doctors have struggled to explain. The heaviness in your chest that is not just physical, but spiritual. The emotional wounds that therapy touched, but could not fully close. I am the healer who works from the inside out. I heal the root, not just the symptom. And the healing I bring does not leave scars. It leaves testimony. I am restoring relationships that seemed beyond repair. The family member you have not spoken to in months, maybe years. The friend who walked away without explanation. The bond that shattered and left you wondering if trust could ever be rebuilt. I am working in hearts you cannot see. I am softening ground you believed had turned to stone. Reconciliation is coming, and it will arrive in ways that surprise you, not through force, through love. My love, working quietly in places you cannot reach. I am breathing new life into the dream you declared dead. The calling I placed inside you when I formed you in the womb, the very purpose I designed you for, before your first breath, I am reigniting it. You thought the flame went out. You thought the years of disappointment had extinguished it forever. But embers are not ashes. And what I kindle, no storm can blow out. That purpose is rising inside you again, and this time, no one will be able to stop it. I am bringing the right people into your life. Not just any people, divine connections. People who will see what I see in you. People who will speak life when the world speaks death. People who will stand beside you in the battle and not run when things get hard. I am removing those who were sent to drain you and replacing them with those who are sent to build you. Watch closely in the coming days. New faces will appear. Unexpected conversations will happen. And you will feel in your spirit that I am the one arranging it all. And I am giving you a peace that the world cannot manufacture and the world cannot take away. Not the fragile peace that depends on everything going right. A deep, unshakable peace that holds steady even when everything around you is falling apart. A peace that does not make sense to the human mind. A peace that allows you to sleep soundly even in the middle of the storm. Because it is not based on your circumstances. It is based on my presence. And my presence never leaves. If you believe your breakthrough is near, if you can feel something shifting in your spirit as you listen to these words, type, "I receive it in Jesus' name." Let heaven hear your declaration. Let the enemy see your faith. And here is what makes this different from every empty promise the world has made you. I do not promise and fail to deliver. I do not speak and then forget what I said. When I declare a thing, it is as good as done. The mountains may crumble, the oceans may dry up, the stars may fall from the sky, but my word spoken over your life will stand forever. And what I have spoken over you today will come to pass. Not because of your strength, because of mine. The very places where you experienced your deepest shame will become the stages for your greatest victory. The chapter of your life that you wanted to tear out and burn will become the chapter that makes people weep with inspiration. Your breakdown is becoming your breakthrough. Your mess is becoming your message. Your test is becoming your testimony. And when people ask you how you survived, you will point to this moment and say, "God spoke, and everything changed." But my child, I must speak to you now with an urgency that comes from a place of deep protection. Because what I have declared over your life is real. It is powerful. It is irreversible. And the enemy knows it. He cannot stop what I have set in motion. That power does not belong to him. But he will try to do the one thing he has been perfecting since the garden. He will try to make you doubt. He will try to make you forget. He will try to steal this word from your heart before it has time to take root. In the minutes and hours after you hear this message, thoughts will come. They will be subtle at first. Quiet whispers that sound almost like your own voice. They will say things like, "That was just a video. That was not really God. Nothing is going to change." You have heard words like that before, and your life stayed the same. Listen to me carefully. Those thoughts are not yours. They are the voice of an enemy who is terrified because he heard every promise I just made to you. He is not attacking you because you are weak. He is attacking you because he has seen what I'm about to do in your life, and it frightens him. You are a threat to his plans, and that is why he wants you to disbelieve. When those whispers come, and they will come, do not entertain them. Do not argue with them. Simply replace them with this truth. I was chosen before I was born. God knew my name before I took my first breath. What he has declared over my life, no enemy can undo. I am loved. I am seen. I am protected. And my breakthrough is sealed by the word of the living God. I also need to warn you about the people around you. Not everyone will celebrate what I am about to do in your life. Some will question it. Some will mock it. Some will try to pull you back to the old version of yourself because the new version makes them uncomfortable. Do not let their discomfort become your prison. You were not made to shrink so that others feel safe. You were made to rise so that others see what I can do. Remember Joseph. When I gave him a dream, his own brothers threw him into a pit. When I gave him favor, he was falsely accused and thrown into prison. But the pit could not hold him. The prison could not contain him. Because what I had decided for his life was bigger than any obstacle placed against it. And the same is true for you. Your pit has an expiration date. Your prison has a release order signed by my hand. And what I am building in your life will make every season of suffering make perfect sense. Guard this word. Do not leave this moment and let it evaporate like steam. Write it down. Pray over it. Return to it when the world gets loud. Hide it in your heart like buried treasure, because the enemy will try to steal what was planted today. But if you protect it, if you water it with faith and prayer, it will grow into something so magnificent that even you will be amazed at what your life becomes. Type, "Yes, Lord, I trust your plan," if you are standing firm right now. Let your declaration echo in the heavens. Let the enemy hear your faith and tremble. My child, before I let you go, let me speak one final truth into the deepest chamber of your heart. A truth that has been waiting for this exact moment to be heard. I am proud of you. I know those words are hard to receive. Your first instinct is to push them away, to list all the reasons why I should not be proud of you, to replay your mistakes and your failures and your moments of weakness. But my pride in you was never based on your performance. It was based on my choice. And I chose you. I am proud of the mornings you got out of bed when every part of you wanted to stay down. I am proud of the prayers you whispered when you were not even sure I was listening. I am proud of the kindness you showed to others on days when no one was kind to you. I am proud of the way you kept breathing, kept believing, kept showing up to a life that gave you every reason to quit. That is not weakness, my child. That is a faith so fierce that heaven itself stands in admiration. Do not compare your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. The story I am writing for you cannot be measured against anyone else's because it was never meant to look like anyone else's. Your path is yours alone. Your timing is yours alone. Your calling, your gifts, your breakthrough, your testimony. All of it was custom made for you by a God who does not do mass production. You are not a copy. You are an original. And the world needs exactly what I put inside you. So here is what I ask of you as you leave this moment. Walk forward. Not backward, not sideways. Forward, with your head raised and your heart open and your faith on fire. You are not walking alone. I am beside you. I am behind you. I am before you. I am within you. And I have already been to every place you are afraid to go, and I have made a way through every obstacle you have not yet encountered. Talk to me, not with perfect words or rehearsed prayers. Talk to me like I am your Father, because I am. Tell me when you are afraid. Tell me when you are angry. Tell me when you are confused. I do not need eloquence. I need honesty. And I would rather hear a broken whisper from your honest heart than 1,000 polished prayers spoken from habit. Open my word, even if it is just one verse a day. Let my truth be the first voice you hear in the morning before the world starts shouting. My word is not just ancient text on paper. It is living water for a dying soul. It is bread for a starving spirit. It is light for a path you cannot yet see. Let it nourish you. Let it guide you. Let it remind you daily of who you are and whose you are. Surround yourself with voices that speak life. People who remind you of your crown when the world tries to hand you ashes. People who believe in the calling on your life, even when you struggle to see it yourself. Distance yourself from voices that drain your faith, that speak doubt over your destiny, that pull you backward into who you used to be instead of pushing you forward into who you are becoming. And when the hard days come, because they do not interpret them as proof that I have abandoned my plan. Hard days are not evidence of my absence. They are evidence that what I am building in you is worth fighting for. The enemy does not waste ammunition on empty targets. If you are under pressure, it is because you are carrying something precious. If you are under attack, it is because heaven has assigned you a mission that threatens the darkness. Your struggle is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of significance. So when the tears come, let them fall. I am not asking you to be unbreakable. I am asking you to be honest. Bring me your broken pieces. Bring me your confusion. Bring me your anger, your fear, your exhaustion. I am not a God who is intimidated by your emotions. I created them, and I would rather hold you while you cry than watch you pretend to be strong from a distance. You are loved beyond measure. You are chosen beyond circumstance. You are destined beyond anything your mind can currently imagine. And I, the God who spoke the stars into existence, who holds the oceans in the palm of his hand, who calls each galaxy by name, I chose you. Before time began, I looked through all of history, and I chose you. Not because you were perfect, because you were mine. And I will never, ever, ever let you go. This is my promise, sealed in blood, written in eternity, unbreakable by any force in heaven, on earth, or beneath it. I spoke the sun into burning, and it still burns. I told the oceans where to stop, and they have never crossed that line. I hung the stars in their positions, and not one has fallen out of place. If I can hold the universe together with my word, do you think I cannot hold your life together? If I can keep the planets in orbit, do you think your problems are too big for my hands? You are not too much for me. You are not too broken for me. You are not too far gone for me. There is no depth you can fall to where my arms cannot reach you. There is no darkness thick enough to separate you from my love. So rest in that tonight. Rest in the knowing that the God of all creation has called your name, has claimed your soul, and has written your future with his own hand. Amen. Now, my child, there is someone you know who is going through a storm right now. Someone whose heart is heavy, whose faith is shaking, whose hope is running thin. You know who they are. Their face just appeared in your mind. Share this message with them. Send it right now. Let these words reach their heart the same way they reached yours. Be the vessel through which I speak to another broken soul. Share this and watch me multiply the blessing. And if this message touched you, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. I have more to say to you. This is only the beginning.